Hi everyone, it is time for a new video, and today it is time for a new part to my series of where I talk about monthly new exciting releases. So today is going to be for March, so this one is kind of late. If you didn't know, I moved and March was super busy for me, and just like until now it's been really hard to, do everything. So it's a little bit late, but I still wanted to get it up in April. So these are some exciting releases that came out in March that are all now out, and you can read them and enjoy them. And I just have been having a lot of fun putting these videos together, and it is going to be kind of like quick again because like I have a lot of books, and if you know me, you know that I don't really look at synopses. But just like kind of, it's just kind of like a list to show you some options of books that could be really amazing that you should check out. I have read a few of them this time, not that many, because like it is really hard to keep up with new releases. I thought I did that a lot, and like I do read them, but like obviously it's hard to like immediately read books and like have them available and whatever. Once again, this time I am dividing it into categories, so there are going to be timestamps. So if there is a genre that you don't particularly care about, you can skip ahead. So the first book that I have here is a historical romance, and that is The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. This is a book that is very much anticipated for me. I am so excited to read it. It is again a historical romance, but with some like fantasy elements as well. And I think India described it on Twitter as like enemies with benefits for the romance, which is so fun. And I'm just so excited for this. I think it's gonna be just a super cozy, fun, whimsical romance. And definitely check this out, and I can't wait to read it, and I'm definitely gonna be doing that very soon. So then let's move into adult contemporary romance. I don't have any other historical romances, which honestly is, I think, my fault. Because obviously this list is not everything that came out in any shape or form, so I'm sure there are some historical romances, but I've been kind of, again, I have been busy and it's really hard to keep up with everything. But let me know if there are any historical romances that you know of that came out that you're excited for. So the first adult contemporary romance that I have here is A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings. So this is one that I read. I actually read this one in February, I think, because I had like an early audiobook copy, which was just so amazing. And I just, yes, this was absolutely one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and it did not disappoint. I loved it so much. It's about Harper and Dan, and Harper is basically working to get into this residency program. She is a dentist, and Dan is still in college, like working on becoming a dentist and all of that. Harper basically crashes into Dan, and she kind of like breaks a dentist thing that I forgot the name of that he like worked hard on, like making. And so she then is like, I'm gonna help you with that. And they start spending more time together, and they actually decide that they're gonna be just friends, because this kind of has the trope of like Harper is absolutely like, I can't fall in love, I don't have time for that. She is super focused on getting into the residency program that she wants to get into. She doesn't want any distractions, but of course they start falling for each other, and it is just so amazing. It has incredible anxiety representation, and it is just such a wonderful romance that is really just like real and emotional and wonderful. And I absolutely cannot wait for the next book by Maisie. So definitely go check it out. It is amazing. The other book that I read was also a adult contemporary romance, and that is Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So this you might have heard of because it's super popular, and I feel like Tessa Bailey is one of the most popular romance authors, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but it is a best friends to lovers plus roommates romance, which if you know me, you know that these are some tropes that I absolutely adore. And so I really enjoyed this. Yeah, if you want best friends to lovers where they have to move in together and they are like, we can't be anything more than friends, but then like obviously with the close proximity and being super attracted to each other, it's hard to resist. And so yeah, it's also like a small town setting, so if you like those things, definitely check it out. So the next one that I have here is The Sweet Spot by Trish Dollar. It says that this book is a charming romance novel about taking a chance on a new life and a new love. That actually sounds so sweet. And it says that Rachel Beck has hit a brick wall. She's a single mom, still living at home and trying to keep a dying relationship alive. So it's a single parent romance. I didn't even know. Again, I don't look at synopses, but we're gonna figure it out together. I love single parent romances. And so I am really excited for this. Then we have Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy, and this one is has a gorgeous cover. First of all, like all these books have amazing covers, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. I also love purple covers. But anyways, this is it says that this is a delicious debut rom-com about a plus-size sweetheart who gets a full life makeover after a brutal breakup. So I have heard that this book isn't really fully focused on the romance, and it's definitely focused on the heroine and her journey. Again, like that it's described, you know, like she gets a full life makeover, and so it's just her trying to improve her life, you know, and just like find happiness. So if you like stories that focus on like character development and like emotional journeys, definitely check this out. Definitely want to read this one soon. Then I have By Any Other Name by Lauren Kate. So this says, oh my gosh, I forgot this. It says that this is an enemies to lovers romance about an editor, her best-selling author, and one life-changing secret. So I absolutely love books about authors in any way. Like I love that. I love it so much. And I do see that Nick from Nick of the Books reviewed this one, and she mentions that it is a super slow burn romance where they don't get together until the very end. So if you like super slow burn books and you like, you know, like publishing author type settings, then I think this would be a great option for you. So then I have Camilla Knows Best by Farah Heron. So this one is a best friends to lovers romance, which again, I'm always here for. And it says that the heroine is so busy with her friends' love lives that she's hardly given any thought to her own. This sounds just super fun, and I have been wanting to read Farah Heron's last adult romance, which is Accidentally Engaged, for a while, and so I feel like I'm actually going to try to read them in order and read that one first and then this one, but it sounds amazing. So that was the last adult romance, and then I have a YA romance, which is Right Where I Left You by Gillian Winters. This is definitely one of my most anticipated YA books of the year. I have been looking forward to this so much, and I need to read it as soon as possible. And so, oh my gosh, this is another Best Friends to Lovers romance. I now remember seeing it on the author's Twitter, but I forgot. It says Kaysen Callender meets Becky Albertalli in a deliciously geeky Best Friends to Lovers romance. And I read one book by Gillian Winters before, and I loved it. It was How to Be Remy Cameron. Definitely recommend that. And it was just such a lighthearted, amazing YA romance. And I love books like that. I think this is also going to be just like a lighthearted, wonderful, queer romance. Definitely check out Gillian Winters' books in general if you want some joyful, lighthearted, queer books with Black main characters. Now we're going to move into, oh wait, I had one book misorganized in here on my laptop. Is another adult one, which is Sadie on a Plate by Amanda Elliott. And this says that a chef's journey to success leads to discovering the perfect recipe for love in this delicious romantic comedy. So I think this one is going to be like a cooking competition. It seems like the two main characters meet right before the cooking competition, and the heroine thinks that she won't be able to see him for multiple weeks because of the competition, and then it looks like he's going to be a part of the competition in some way. And so that sounds really fun. I did see in one review that it's way more focused on the competition than the romance. So again, if you would like a book that is not really focused on the romance and focuses on a lot of the things that are happening around it, then this could be great for you. So now we're gonna move into, oh my gosh, I had another, oh my gosh, okay, one more adult contemporary romance. I don't know what I was doing when I was organizing this, and that is Stuck With You by Ali Hazelwood, which is a book that I actually read as well. So this is the second novella in this series by Ali Hazelwood. So if you didn't know, Ali Hazelwood has now put out all three books that are all romance novellas. They are available only on audio first, and so I think this says that this is coming out on June 7th as, like, I guess a physical book and an ebook. So if you can't listen to audiobooks, you can't read this one yet, unfortunately. But if you can, then this one is out already. So the two of them basically have a one-night stand, and then some things go wrong, and then they get stuck in an elevator. And I think that's all that I'm going to say about it. It's just, it was so fun. I just, like, all these books have been so addicting and quick to read, and just like lighthearted, fun little romances that are just super quick to read and really fun. So I definitely recommend those. Yeah, so those are finally all the contemporary romances. And now we're going to move into a few fantasy books. So the first one that I have here is A Far Wilder Magic by Allison Saft. Which has such a cool, like, fairy tale-esque cover. And this one says that in A Far Wilder Magic, Allison Saft has written an achingly tender love story set against a deadly hunt in an atmospheric, rich fantasy world that will sweep you away. This is giving me such fairy tale vibes. And yeah, definitely check this one out if that sounds good. Then we have, so this is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. I read In Deeper Waters by the author, and I really enjoyed that one. It was just like a quick, fun pirate fantasy romance, and it's a standalone, and I think this one is also a standalone. And it says, Carry On meets Arthurian legend in this funny, subversive young adult fantasy about what happens after the chosen one wins the kingdom and has to get married to keep it and to stay alive. So that sounds amazing. I enjoyed In Deeper Waters, and hopefully this is gonna be just as great. And I am really looking forward to reading this. Then I have Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. This has such a cool, bright cover. I love it. So there's gonna be some kind of a competition in this one, that, like, the main character is going to participate in this competition, and the winner will receive a favor from the princess, which may be Ning's only chance to save her sister's life. And then it says, between the backstabbing competitors, bloody court politics, and a mysterious and handsome boy with a shocking secret, Ning might actually be the one in more danger. So that sounds really cool. So I feel like if you like fantasy books with really high stakes and a lot of, like, action and things like that, then this could be amazing. So definitely check it out. Then we have Lake Lore by Anna Marie McLemore, which I am so excited for. So I've only read one book by Anna Marie McLemore, but I loved it so much. And I really want to get Lake Lore physically, I think. And I'm not sure, because Anna Marie McLemore writes magical realism books, but I feel like this one should be like a full-on, like, fantasy. If I'm not sure though. So yes, either way, there is going to be some type of magic in it, and I just know it's going to be beautiful. But I actually haven't heard anyone, like, review it yet. So this one says that two non-binary teens are pulled into a magical world under a lake, but can they keep their worlds above water intact? So that sounds super cool and amazing, and I just know I'm gonna love it. Like, I can't wait to read this. Like, I think it's gonna be a magical, beautiful story. Anna Marie McLemore's writing is amazing and just, like, so beautiful, and I absolutely recommend you check this book out, even though I haven't read it yet. So then I have Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May. And this one says, in the aftermath of World War I, a naive woman is swept into a glittering world filled with dark magic, romance, and murder in this lush and decadent debut. So, if I remember it correctly, someone said that this is like a sapphic, witchy Great Gatsby book. I feel like I don't need to say any more than that. I am not entirely sure because I don't like the Great Gatsby, I think, but it sounds really cool. So, if you like witchy things and you like that setting, then definitely check it out. So, yes. And then I have three books I have two middle grade books that are contemporary. So the first one is New From Here by Kelly Yang, which says that an Asian American boy fights to keep his family together and stand up to racism during the initial outbreak of the coronavirus. This addresses obviously the pandemic. So if that is something that you don't want to read about, obviously it's not a story for you. But I have heard nothing but amazing things about Front Desk by Kelly Yang, which I really want to read. I definitely am going to read it super soon. It sounds like it's going to be a really powerful and amazing book. And so definitely check it out. Then I have Those Kids from Fawn Creek by Erin Entrada Kelly. And this one says that this contemporary school story set in small town Louisiana is about friendship, family, deception, and being true to yourself and your dreams. I think I read one book by this author before and I really enjoyed it. So I am definitely looking forward to picking this one up. And the last one that I have here is a graphic novel that I actually have been looking forward to for so long. I actually requested an arc of this, but they never responded. And so this one is called Chef's Kiss. And I just like the second I saw this cover, I was just like, this is gonna be amazing. Like I love this cover so much. And like the character looks so cool and the books and the pig, and it just looks like it's gonna be such a fun little graphic novel. And the first line is, watch things start to really heat up in the kitchen in this sweet, queer, new adult graphic novel. There's one review that says it's a super lighthearted, queer read full of fun characters. There is a magical pig, and I really want to get this book physically and read it, so I haven't read it yet, but I think it's gonna be so much fun and I need this book so bad. So yeah, these are all of the books that I have here for you today. Let me know if you have read any books that came out last month that you enjoy, or if there's a book that you're really looking forward to. If you made it this far in the video, leave a pig emoji down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!